All right, hey, welcome back. Make sure everything looks good. Everything looks good. Let's get back into the game. Okay, good. It does autosave. I mean, it does. It tells you it does, but there's always the question of, but does it? Really? Are we sure? Ooh, I love orange pop. Come on, load. Load. Hurry up. Faster. We're trying to get our hands on a something or other for the ship. We probably also try to find some better armor. Because right now all I have is the basic starting stuff.
Heard something outside the walls today.
Nothing for us outside those walls. You want it? It's not the best choice, it's Spacer's choice. And before you ask, I'm all out of deluxe salt tuna. All I've got is gourmet.
Okay. I need to fix a ship. Know where I can find parts?
You ought to go have a talk with the boss, Reed Thompson. He's up in his tower above the cannery.
Alright, what you got for sale? Merchant skills equal to the value of your best dialogue skill and is used to negotiate prices when buying and selling from vendors. So I have 46 bits right now. Standard troop armor, so you can just buy better armor. 3. I can't. Restricted stock you cannot purchase. Okay, so these are weapon mods. Huh. I don't really know if I want to sell anything, because I don't know what I'm going to need. What is this? Do I have legs? I do not have legs. Okay.
Wonder if the plague's ever gonna pass.
Probably not.
I'm sorry, I'll just be a minute.
Alright, well, let's just go talk to the boss, since that's what everybody's telling me to do. Logs. Edgewater Salt Tuna Canning Facility strictly adheres to Spacer's Choice standards of health and safety. Schedule your sick leave with your Spacer's Choice foreman. Allow 2 to 4 weeks to process and approve your scheduled sick leave. Jeez. Lost hours must be compensated to the company. See Reed if you're having trouble paying for your sick leave. Try to arrange wage deduction instead. Jeez. This is even worse. Alright. Put your damn gun away.
Please hold some items, stranger. The grease monkey, Argo?
I'm sorry, Mr. Thompson, sir. You asked why it's taking so long to fix. The answer's technical.
Don't apologize. Just try using small words for me.
The cans bust open in the oven because she's set to cook saltuna, which isn't what we've got. Mr. Thompson? I think there's someone here to see you.
Focus, Miss Holcomb. You and I are still talking. Let's start over. Walk me through the process. Show me where it's going awry.
Well, sure. It's, mostly on account of what we're feeding into the mechanism.
It puts food in cans. We have food, we have cans. Why won't it work like we need?
She's expecting saltuna of a certain size. We're filling the cans with, well, not fish.
Oh, you guys are done? Okay.
Seems we've got a guest. Really now, Parvati, I do wish you'd spoken up. I do apologize. I was given no forewarning of your arrival, or I might have welcomed you at the gates myself.
Are you Reed? I was told I should talk to you.
I'm Reed Thompson, Outpost Administrator. I cannot help but notice you are not in uniform.
Uniform? What are you talking about?
Shirt, pants, work boots, company-approved colors. The, honorable apparel of a loyal worker?
Yeah, I don't work for Spacer's Choice.
Of course not. I don't have that kind of luck. Seems I allowed my excitement to run away with my wits. Been a few seasons since we've had a visitor pass through.
Yeah, my ship needs repairs. I'm looking for a power regulator.
Only regulator we got is hooked up to the town transformer. Mr. Thompson ain't liable to be keen on dismantling it.
I beg your pardon. I am most emphatically not keen on any such thing. I can't let you have our power regulator. But I happen to know of another one. And I happen to know exactly how you may retrieve it without frying yourself in the process.
Well, let's hear it.
There's a power regulator in the old botanical lab. It's mostly abandoned, so all that power is being squandered. Go down to the geothermal plant. Reroute power from the botanical district over to us. Once their power's shut down, you can have their regulator and be along on your way.
Yeah, when you say mostly abandoned, what do you mean?
I was not entirely sure how to tell you this. The botanical labs are not legally inhabited, but there are people who live there.
Squatters. And I guess that these people aren't going to take kindly to losing their power.
No, I do not imagine they will be pleased. But like a parent disciplining an unruly child, you will be doing them a kindness. The people living in the botanical labs, they're deserters, former workers. I need them back at their posts. I need them to come home.
Why?
Edgewater is struggling. We haven't hit our production quota in years. If we don't meet our quotas this year, the company might shut us down for good. I need those workers back at their stations.
None of what you're telling me is my problem.
It's our problem, not yours, but I'm asking for your help. If those workers don't come back, Edgewater is going to collapse. My hope is that by cutting off their power, you will convince those deserters to come back to town. Before you go to the plant, I want you to stop by the botanical lab. Speak to their leader, Adelaide. Tell her the power's about to go, and that it's time her band of deserters came back to town.
Yeah, how do I recognize
Adelaide's
her?
older than the other deserters. She's dignified, kindly. From what I understand, her camp looks to her for leadership.
Ah. Yeah, so the workers must have left town for a reason.
That reason was me. I asked too much and pushed too hard. But I am ready to make amends if they are willing to return to the fold. We belong to one community, the Spacer's Choice family. If we dissolve into factions, then we will all perish separately. Adelaide will understand that.
So you're going to keep charging them for sick leave? All right, we'll see what I can do.
Dad told me all about the plant. Taught me all he knew. I could come in useful. I mean, if that's all right with you, Mr. Thompson. Sir.
I hesitate to part ways with Miss Holcomb, but I cannot deny that she is talented and may prove useful to you. You will need an administrative passcode in order to enter the plant. I am trusting you with mine, and trusting Miss Holcomb to guide you if you'd like.
Sure, why not?
Great! I got my wrenches and diagnosticators and hairpins and engine tape, so I'm all set.
Well, I am glad to hear that. Best of luck to you, and thank you again for your help. It is a lot to ask of a stranger, I know.
Let's get going. Companions. You've gained a companion. They're characters that join you in your adventures and help in a variety of ways. Companions provide combat support. Their skills enhance your skills. They increase your carrying capacity. You can unlock special companion combat abilities with the inspiration skill. That's in my hair. Learn more about your companions in the companion ledger. Alright, let's do this one while we're, Oh, there we go. The Companion Ledger. Companion Ledger shows you everything you need to know about your companions. You can see their skills, stats, status effects, and gear. To change your companion's gear, first select the item you want to swap out, then choose a compatible item to replace it with. You can also choose how they behave in combat by selecting their preferred weapon, follow distance, and aggressiveness. So she's got a light pistol and an impact hammer. She's wearing mechanic overalls. The oil-stained overalls tell you Pavari works hard, but the goggles tell you she values safety. Okay, and these are her perks. Follow distance for the companion. Weapon the companion prefers to use. Follow companion behaves in combat.
We better clear out of Mr. Thompson's office before we talk.
I really wish that frickin' gun wouldn't pop out every 5 seconds.
Hey, ma'am, can we talk? Sorry. Let's talk when you're free. Sorry. You just want to get out of here. And you likely don't want to tag along like me. It's just, Mr. Thompson has his own view on matters, on account of it's his job and what all, but that's not the only side of the tale.
Usually isn't. Yeah, this is about the deserters, so what's the other side of it?
Mr. Thompson, a person's a gear. It does its job quiet-like. If it squeaks or stutters, it gets replaced. The deserters are decent folk. I knew some of them before they left.
Yeah, I can't blame anybody for wanting to leave. This town's got issues.
Life's hard here, especially for them that don't fit in so well. We're one big Spacer's Choice family, but every family's got the one the rest whisper about. Mr. Thompson's aiming to take away their power. They'll have no lights to see, nor heat to cook. They'll be at the mercy of marauders, or worse. I think you should talk to the town's vicar about it. Max, his name is.
Yeah, I suppose it couldn't hurt.
Thanks, ma'am. I just think when you gotta make a decision that'll hurt somebody, it's best to think on the right and wrong of it. That's what my dad used to say anyways.
Can't say I disagree. Alright, anyway, we're gonna go yell at, There's one of these dots that says like 17 on it, but I can't see where it is. Alright. Here's one right over here. We're gonna go. Oh, we don't want to go outside. We don't want to go outside quite yet.
Almost lost a finger in a cannery today.
You know how you feel.
Yes, Mr. Thompson. I'm fine, Mr. Thompson. Never been healthier. Whoa, did Mr. Thompson send you? Well, you tell Mr. Thompson I'll be right at my post. Tomorrow. Bright and early tomorrow. Because I'm definitely not plagued. As spry as a spring chicken. That's old Abernathy.
Yeah, you want to tell me what's got you so nervous?
You some sort of wandering alienist? Walking into a man's own domicile, pestering him about his mental state?
Positive you mentioned something about being plagued.
You don't know that. I could have been saying anything. Maybe I said vague. You know how words sound a mite strange when you're sick. Wait, no. Oh, damn it. Okay, listen. Maybe I am feeling a little under the weather, but I swear I'm on the mend. Please, don't tell the constable.
Yeah, why not?
She'll toss me in the sick house. I would have confessed before the good vicar. Get some ablutions for my spirit. Just never found my courage is all. Hey, you're hale and healthy and possibly for hire, ain't ya? Do a good turn for an expiring old man?
Sounds what you need.
Couple hours out of your day and some light second story work. That's all. There's a cache of anthracillin tucked away in the old community center. Powerful stuff.
Wants me to go steal
Stronger than
something.
what we got anyway. I need you to break it, nab that medicine, and bring it back to me. I'll do what I can. You will not find any guards within sight of that old place. Marauders, on the other hand.
Wow, that's different.
I have it on good authority. There's a gang of them squatting there. I advise stepping softly. I tried medicating myself with Adrenatime. Didn't do much for me, as far as I can tell. Anyway, I can't just buy medicine. Distribution of medicine is strictly prohibited to any workers beneath the acceptable margin of health. Company policy.
So if you're sick, you can't buy medicine. Yeah, in other words, the company won't treat you because you're already sick.
More like the company won't treat me because I'm not healthy enough. So you'll do it then?
Sure, why not?
You oblige me with your haste. I think I feel the plague spreading. Oh, Law, it's in my spleen now. I can feel it. Silas knows
Also, we
that.
need the graveyard
That's
feed.
why he sent you. That's why he wants me to pay up. He knows. Look, I got my gravesite fees right here. See? I'm good for my word. Get me that medicine, and I'll see to your payment.
All right. Well, let's go get that.
You're making a mistake working for Abernathy.
I mean, just so that there's marauders around, so who cares about that? Terraforming is still a young science for humans, and the results have been unpredictable. You don't say. Ah, itchies. It's over that way. What? Oh. There's a fence there that you can't see. This is a really pretty game. Huh.
Okay, here we go! That's the last of them!
Assault rifle. Nice. You don't have it.
Heard something.
Incoming! Nice hit!
X.
We did it!
Do you have somewhere to heal?
Where are we headed? That's on account of how I never met her. I don't rightly know. She was in another division of the Spacer's Choice family. She worked in the Vale a few months, sorting the cannery computers. Her contract said any kids she had, expected or not, belonged to her office from the time of conception.
Huh.
So when I was born, I got sent here. I don't know about normal. Dad said she worked under some kind of special contract. It's sensible. Dad just fixed machines. She did some kind of crazy math, high-level stuff. Better to raise me on his time than hers.
I guess. Okay, she just slowly heals. I do kind of wish it was a little bit easier to find corpses. And yeah, there does need to be some kind of a you got hit with effect, because there's really nothing.
Everyone all right?
Like, there's really nothing that lets you know that you've just gotten hit by. You've been hit by an attack. We got 100 there, and this is going to be 215. But it uses heavy ammo, which I don't have that much of. Huh. Interesting. Armor 3, rebuilt mining gear, armor 4. And then we've got a piecemeal mining helmet with 4 armor. We'll just go ahead and throw those on. Give me some better armor. Alright, here's the community center.
Nice one!
Well, that didn't work. And then long as hell loading. There we go. Alright. Try this again. Try using the shotgun this time. Huh. That moon-headed guy is so creepy. Alright.
That didn't work.
God damn. Be nice if there wasn't such a long ass loading between. You had some kind of grenade or thrown weapon. Take out a bunch of them at once. That would really help. Otherwise, we might just not be able to do this right now. There's just too many of these guys in here. See, and then of course, you know, there's immediately another loading screen. Love loading screens. They're so awesome.
Here they come! There they go! Nice. Everyone all right?
First aid room key, that'll probably be useful. Do a save right here.
Here we go!
Shit. Woohoo! Level up. Alright, we got some more skill points. We're definitely going to put some more into ranged. Definitely going to put some more into mud defense. And I keep forgetting that I can even use a dodge. I think we'll go ahead and put the next 5 here into tech. Because that unlocks another slot for my inhaler. Being able to improve my weapons and armor. And being able to repair my weapons and armor. Those, I think, are very good. Unlock leap. Double click jump when moving forward to leap forward. Great for quickly closing on an enemy. Apparently this place is just full of marauders. Vending machine. Goes outside. Vending machine. Vending machines offer a variety of items to purchase, mostly from one company. A hack skill of 20 or higher allows you to sell items to the vending machine. Restricted items on a vendor can only be purchased when you have a high enough reputation with the associated faction, or a hack skill of 40 or higher. Huh. So what do you have? You have more healing items, food items. Armor. I don't have nearly enough bits for it. Extendo sight. I cannot sell. Oh, they do just straight have weapons. Light machine gun. Light pistol. Huh. Let's go ahead and buy that. Shut up. Okay, we're gonna just wait. She just has 7 for armor. Okay, so her armor is better. So we can put that on her. And we should be able to do repair. I have just enough. Cool. And weapons. Okay. Hold triangle to repair all equipped for 19 weapon parts. Yes. Go ahead and put that on since... Yeah. I think I'm going to take this off. I don't think I'm going to use melee too much. Okay. Bypass shunt. Can't get in that door. Huh. Ooh.
Wow, not even a scratch.
I believe that guy just stood there the whole time. Coming soon, Mana Queen. Oh, they're little displays about the creatures. Well, I'm sorry you guys died, but there's nothing I can do about it, so. Ah, this is the room that I saw. Trespassing, lockpicking, hacking, and murder are all considered illegal activities and are frowned upon by society. Avoid being seen if you want to engage in these activities without consequence. I mean, there's nobody around. Don't need another key. Messages from I. Rosenberg. The keycard encoder in the lobby is back up and running. Hopefully, it won't go on the fritz again and start shooting keycards at anyone who walks by. As a reminder, in case it does break down again, you can borrow a keycard from the director or one of the workers in the second floor office if you lose your card. Must lodge a complaint. Your obsession with this mannequin is wasting all of our budget and holding up development of the entire exhibit. This has to stop. Letters to update your request for one adult mannequin. As you may remember, our trackers discovered a beautiful specimen out in the wild. Per your approval, we deployed a team of our highly skilled hunters to kill it for you. We regret to inform you that the entire team has perished. Please expect an invoice from our office, including the cost of their gravesite fees, as stipulated in our contract. Additionally, we must ask you to cover the cost of all equipment damaged, corroded, dissolved, eaten, or digested, partially or otherwise. Thank you for your patronage. Please allow me to offer you the opportunity to purchase a second hunting expedition at a 10% discount. I look forward to hearing from you. Television. And some more armor. Okay, well, you can just open that up. Let's see. There is an upstairs to this place, too, that I haven't checked out. Oh, and I also haven't checked this out. I do not have enough thingamajiggers to hack it. A few of these bypass shunts, though. I haven't had to use one. Guide to Mechanical Engineering Volume 1. Look at what that's for. Corporation Service Award. I guess that's all the second floor is just... Eh. Alright, let's see here. We got a plasma rifle. 71 DPS, but it's red. I think that just means that it's plasma damage instead of... Oh, okay, and it's energy, so it uses that third... Ah, I see. I see. Okay, well... Don't need to keep that. Don't need to keep that. And I don't need to keep that. Riot control armor, armor of 4. I already have armor of 4. We both give stealth skill, which doesn't help me in the slightest anyway. And she has better armor already. Oops. Keep wanting to use the triggers and not the shoulders. So we'll just break that down. Okay. All right. Well, let's go. Huh. Cool. It's not the worst unless it's Borsthorst. Nice long loading. There we go. Okay. Suppose this only shows you, yeah. Should be a couple more of these guys around here somewhere. Huh. Yeah, like if the bodies would highlight like how containers do when you walk over to them like that, but if they would do that just always, that would be really nice. A model spaceship. I'm guessing these random things you pick up are just vendor trash that you can sell.
Sure. Heading back.
I'm not sure what that upper one does. Oh, I suppose you can't say it anyway. Yeah, I gotta try to remember that there's a dodge function to this game. Sells exploration rights and nominal control. Alright, let's go give this guy the medicine that he wanted. Hopefully he's not dead.
Wish we had some better rations.
Hey, I need to talk to you.
Okay, what?
Excuse me. I'm Esther Blaine, Spacer's Choice Actuary. I overheard your talk with Abernathy. I hope you're not thinking about getting him that medicine. Abernathy is a well-known hypochondriac. Anthracillin is wasted on him. You're better off selling it to me instead.
Yeah. He's got symptoms of something. You're saying it's psychosomatic.
All I'm saying is Abernathy's worked in this town longer than some of us been alive. How do I put this gently? He's got a lot of cobwebs up in his attic.
What do you need it for?
I probably shouldn't tell you. Don't want you implicated for what I'm trying to do.
Let me worry about that.
Alright, here's a summary. A lot of sick people in this town, and we don't have the medicine to treat them all. Can't reach out to corporate without crossing a river of red tape, so I'm reaching out to you.
I get it. You need someone to smuggle you medicine under the table.
Something like that. Look, I'm not in the habit of law breaking, but sometimes you've got to do the wrong thing for the right reasons.
Especially when corporations control fucking everything. Well, guess what? You're in luck. I've got it right here.
Thanks. I'll see to it that this medicine gets to the people who need it. Here, something for your trouble. Nothing personal, but I hope we never do business together again. Don't want to make a habit of consorting with smuggler types.
Never? That's harsh. At least give me something to remember you by.
You do have some cheek on you. Lucky for you, I kept a little contingency fee in case you tried to negotiate with me.
Alright, well, good luck with that. Reputation of the faction has changed. Enemies are hostile, but your reputation isn't kill on sight. Leaving for a few days will calm things down. People have short memories. So where do I find what my memory is? Ah, right there. Reputation. Okay. My current status with Spacer's Choice is neutral. I have 22% positive reputation. Which is good. It's nice to not get shot at by everybody. Go see if we can get some more of these gravesite fees.
You're falling sick. I don't want you near me.
Wonder if the plague's ever gonna pass.
Inside here.
I've always felt weird in here. It's too clean.
Yes, what is it? You're an outsider. Fantastic. Vicar Maximilian de Soto at your service. Or Vicar Max if you're the sort who prefers brevity. And Ms. Holcomb as well. How rare to see you out. And with a complete...
Oh, cool. They actually recognize the character that you're traveling with.
Just tagging along, Vicar DeSoto. Don't mind me.
Sometimes they don't
get new people
do
to
that.
talk to. Name your poison. Anything at all. Spiritual counseling? This season's tossball predictions? The quickest way out of town?
I mean, actually, it's that last one.
But what? I thought you would talk to him.
You wanted to speak to me, Ms. Holcomb? Every time I've tried to engage you in conversation, you look at the floor, answer in single words, and slink away. I can't imagine what would be
You
so
probably
brave
intimidate
to
her.
drive her to my mission. What has Mr. Thompson asked you to do?
Cut power to the deserters.
Depriving them of safety from the marauders and wildlife. I can see why that troubles you. Miss Holcomb has a soft heart. Always has, if you believe the talk.
Yeah, so what do you advise?
Assuming your goal is to save as many as possible, then you should bring everyone together. Send the power to Edgewater and convince the deserters to return to the fold.
Yeah, is that even
Not
possible?
if things are left to stand as they are. If you don't mind a bit of unsolicited advice, be cautious on your way to the geothermal plant. It is not as safe as you might assume.
And why is that?
One of the reasons I transferred here was to fulfill my duty in hunting down banned heretical texts. I happen to know such a book is, as we speak, tainting a collector's library in Emerald Vale. However, the collector's residence lies outside the town's walls. My retrieval efforts have been thwarted by marauders who have overrun.
Oh, this is probably that,
Should you fare better than
what I
me,
picked up already.
pay a handsome sum for the book.
Yeah, why would a Vicar be after a banned heretical book?
I just want to keep the writing out of layman's hands. It wouldn't do for such information to fall into public consumption.
I need to know a little bit more about the book.
It's a handwritten journal, a faded blue cover with the name M. Bakonu handwritten in the lower corner. I'll mark where I saw it on your map. Assuming you're serious? It is not only a beautiful relic of a bygone time, it's also the thoughts of an early thinker on the nature of man's place in the cosmos.
Why that's a bad
Not
thing.
many in this colony could understand its true value, should they ever read it.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Thank you. If you retrieve it, you can always find me here.
So he suggests getting the deserters to come back to town, which, like, honestly is kind of the best. It does kind of sound like the best idea, but at the same time, like, there's probably a reason why they left. Or, I mean, there's definitely a reason why they left. Geothermal passcode, Abernathy's gravesite fee. Here, guide to mechanical engineering. Huh. Yeah, it's not something anything I can do with. Oh, okay, yeah, and then this stuff is just junk. Nondescript metal ring, small wooden music box, necklace, pretty necklace if you're into that sort of thing. This necklace makes a strong fashion statement. Look at my neck. There's something on it. A pretty something. Look at it! Compass. A bracelet. Model spaceship. Yeah, so this is just stuff that you just sell. Heal. Alright. Forgot why I brought this up in the first place. Back to that. Ludwig is still outside. There's one over there.
You think corporate's ever gonna visit?
Heard something outside the walls today.
Ah, barbershop.
Oh, I cut my own hair. But Conrad sells real good disinfectant.
Merciful law. Is that a marauder's outfit? I don't want you wandering into my shop wearing something you've lifted off a corpse. Please don't touch anything. Your hands are probably crawling with germs. Physical hygiene recapitulates moral hygiene. Cleanliness is next to lawfulness.
That's not what that's saying. Yeah, relax, I'm clean.
So everyone says, until someone forgets to cough into their elbow, and then we're all dying of plague. I'm Conrad. You will report to me if your hair fails to meet Spacer's Choice aesthetic standards. You will also report to me in the event of your death, whereupon I will clean and prepare your remains for interment.
Yeah, Silas sent me to.
Gravesite fees. Silas and I had talked about this at length. I thought I'd made it clear my pecuniary situation precludes the necessary restitutions.
I have no idea what you said.
I mean that I can't possibly pay my gravesite fees. I simply cannot afford it. I am a blemish on the prosperity of our fair settlement. When I expire, I expect Silas to toss my body into a ditch.
Oh, I'm pretty sure ditches cost it. Yeah, some quality drama. Some quality drama. You should audition.
Thank you, no. I despise the cereals. Tell Silas I can't afford to pay. And that I fully expect to have my medical rights revoked for this dereliction. With my apologies.
Hang on, medical rights?
Some time ago, I fell ill with the plague. By the grace of the law, and through my own hard work, I'd proven worthy of treatment. Frankly, I don't imagine I'll earn that right a second time. The barber work hasn't been profitable, you see. I've had to keep this old place running with my own savings.
Just give Silas an IOU.
Not a bad idea. But I'd need some kind of collateral. My pair of lucky clippers. No, that won't do. Your idea intrigues me, but I'm afraid I don't have anything to give Silas. I'm open to suggestions.
Shit, fuck, I don't know. Yeah, I'll let you know if I think of anything.
Much obliged.
Huh. Oh, it might be worth mentioning this to Silas. So Silas might have an idea. All right. Oh, there's a workbench over here.
Almost lost a finger in the cannery today.
Nothing I can do about it.
This is where the magic happens. Well, science. But it still happens here.
Her voice is muffled. To install your mod, first select the item you wish to upgrade, then choose which type of mod you wish to install. Finally, pick the mod to install, and boom, you've upgraded your item. Both weapons and armor can be modified. Mods can't be removed once they're used, so put them on your favorite gear. And then there's a ad. Alright, well, let's take a look at my handgun. No mods. Rifle? No mods. Shotgun? No mods. Ah, okay. Changes the changes the damage type to deal plasma damage. Okay, and that just straight increases the damage. Sure. Ah, okay. And that increases the armor. Huh, neat. Do it again. I mean, it still doesn't come close to the assault rifle, but...
Hey, that's... I mean, if you need it, okay.
Oh, is this stuff yours? Three open trouble tickets. Select an option to proceed. Looter's serial failure on startup. Steps to reproduce. Turn on engine. Try it again. Kick the loader. Curse injured toes. Have to enter a minimum of 8 steps. Try it again. It makes a rattling noise. You've been back on your feet 2 weeks ago. Not that you got feet. You know what I mean? It sounds like it's starters. Huh. Failure of main cannery production line at heat processing. Luckily, it's not best got indigestion from being made to eat something she ain't made to. Again. Heading over now. Priority automatically reset to low by executive level admin rule. Reason trouble ticket filed by Miller. Yeah, so this is her workshop. I mean, aside from the fact that everything around here is falling apart, this isn't really all that bad of a place.
If you're hungry, I could open up a can of something. My dad's... It's an office. Just my office.
Open last search. Last search in Dumati? Left Edgewater today. She's been reassigned to Terra 1. I kissed her goodbye at the platform and asked if I ever see her again. We both knew the answer was no. Look up and think of me as I'll look up and think of you. Oh, this must be her mother. Robert, they wouldn't let me keep her, but I know you will raise her with love, perhaps more than I would make time for. You are patient and present in a way that I am not. The company says she has no name until you give her one. Her name is Pavardi. They tell me her birthday will be set on the day she's legally delivered to you. She was actually born on July 7th. Make her feel special when I can't. She liked it when I sang to her. It was the only time she stopped crying. Young Spacer's Guide to Mechanical Engineering. Set up last night reading through the Young Spacer's Guide. Almost started reading it out loud from habit. It's been 10 years, but I still have parts of it memorized. Reckon I'll take the next volume into work at the cannery. There's an unused office where I've been taking my lunches. Might as well read the whole thing again. So that sounds like a place where we could get volume 2.
Oh, you like flowers? I can't find many kinds around here.
Flowers are cool.
I don't like coming out here. People on the street stare.
Kind of nice with the plants and everything.
If you need to go, I'll wait outside.
Huh. Yeah. Kind of a nice little place. Now. Alright, let's go to the cannery. I think. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, so the person I'm looking for is up there somewhere. Yeah, you're the one. Yo.
You the new worker?
Nope.
Whatever. Make it quick, Tenderfoot. I'm busy.
Yeah, guessing you're the foreman.
Foreman Granger. Mind those words don't come out of your mouth unless preceded by yes or right away or thank you.
Gravesite fees.
Shit. Silas still on about that. Here, take the fees. I'd appreciate it if you didn't tell Reed I was late on my payment.
Papers aren't signed in your name.
Because they're not my fees and not my gravesite. Guy I worked with shot himself. I paid the bill.
Ah. It's kind of you, I guess.
I could do without the sarcasm. Wasn't acting out of the goodness of my heart. Law requires delinquent gravesite fees to be paid by the deceased party's closest living relative, which meant me. Shame, though. Eugene was a good worker.
So the guy shot himself?
Woke up one morning and put a round through his upper story. Can't imagine why. The kid was doing all right at his desk. We all thought he was an upstanding receptionist. Just between the two of us, I'm pretty shocked his weapon didn't misfire. Spacer's Choice handguns aren't the most reliable.
Huh. Yeah, it must be tough losing family.
Eugene wasn't family.
Thought you said you were his closest living relative.
Yeah, I was the closest living person relative to his body at time of death. I'm the one who found him, you see, so I pay the fine.
Oh.
Suicide's a crime. The legal term is irreparable damage to company property. What Eugene did to himself was vandalism.
Yeah, what are they going to do? Arrest his corpse?
When one of your workers commits a crime, the entire town pays for it. In other words, Edgewater would have been penalized pretty hard. Whatever Eugene was worth as an asset, we would have had to pay out of pocket to Spacer's Choice.
God, this is so horrible. Yeah, he was a person, not an asset. Oh, would have, you didn't?
Look around. Edgewater ain't exactly swimming in luxury. We can't afford to pay the body price of a suicide. All I know is Silas asked me for Eugene's gravesite fees, which means he was approved for burial, which means his papers went through, which means the town's in the clear.
Yeah.
I'm just glad to put this whole ugly affair behind me. Eugene can rest his bones in peace, and the rest of us can get on with our own lives.
Why don't you get back to work? That is dark. Seriously, though. When I was in the Army, we used to joke about... I mean, it was technically... Yep, there's volume 2. Technically, getting a tattoo is technically against military rules because you're defacing military property, but like they don't do anything. If you do, you have to report. If you get a tattoo, you have to report it, and then they take pictures of it, and the pictures go in your file. And they actually use the tattoo. The tattoos go into a database, and then if you ever get blown apart, they'll use your tattoos to help identify your remains. And then it also goes into, if you watch, any of those cop shows, and they see a tattoo on a suspect, and then they run the tattoo through the database. That's the database that they're running it through. So, anyway, let's see what we have here. From the office of Reed Thompson, symptoms of infection have now reached a critical mass. I've instructed our staff to transform the old domicile into a sick house. Plague is a reality of life on the frontier, and as spacers, we are expected to face up to reality, and the reality is that we do not carry enough medicine to treat all of you. Medical treatment is a privilege, not a right. We must strive every day to demonstrate our worthiness of that right, or of that privilege. If you find yourself suffering the symptoms of incipient plague, the best thing you can do for yourself and for your family is to don your jumpers and come to work. Work fortifies the spirit. Physical illness recapitulates spiritual weakness. It's also a wonderful way to get everybody around you sick as well. Like, seriously, that's the biggest problem with the way that companies nowadays are operating, is that they basically punish you. I mean, not as bad as Spacer's Choice here, but they punish you for taking days off. But if you go to work sick, then you get everybody around you sick. Alright, let's see what these messages are about. Phyllis, owing to your hard work and positive attitude, I have sanctioned your access to medical treatment in the event of contagion. As you know, the company has not provided us with enough medicine to treat every worker. I wish I could treat every member of the Spacer's Choice family who fell ill to this plague, but I cannot. Medical privileges are strictly merit-based. Please do not, under any circumstance, distribute your ration of medicine to any other worker. Password required. Theodore buried last night. Reed asked me not to report his death in our quarterlies. Sounds fair to me. Was asked to prepare a statement or something for the other workers. Been thinking about it. Don't know what to tell them. Don't end up like Theodore. Do your work. Show up. Wear a smile. And you'll get your medical privileges. It's a start. God. You can't prove I wasn't supposed to be in there. Oh, it's the little lizard bunny things. Oh, wait. Is that what they're putting into the salt tuna? Vending machine. Do you have anything good? Probably not. I've actually got quite a bit of bits. Oh, here we go. Elite troop armor. Yeah, and I don't have enough. I can't sell. I can't sell yet. Oops. Yes. So dude killed himself right here. Well, they did a pretty good job cleaning it up at least. Alright, let's go try to get Ludwig. Hopefully he doesn't argue with me as much as the other Ludwig. Bloodborne Ludwig. Okay. Silas is over this way. Let's go talk to Silas first. Because he might have an idea of what kind of thing we can give, what kind of collateral Conrad can give him.
Hey, Miss Parvati. Come for a visit?
Not today. Just helping this lady.
Lovely to see you about, Miss Parvati.
Things going all right, Silas?
Been keeping him careful and true, miss.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
Best to ask her yourself.
My dad's buried here. Silas watches over him when I can't leave the house.
Oh, sorry.
Oh. Well, thanks.
Sounds like she's got a little bit of agoraphobia going on. Yeah, about those fees you wanted.
Any trouble?
Conrad says he can't afford to pay.
Conrad's barbershop is a yawning pit that swallows his every bit. I keep telling him he should cut a few corners. Skimp out on the disinfectant. You gotta put the squeeze on Conrad. Find some dirt on him. Maybe check his back room.
Are you suggesting extortion?
That's the word, extortion. Been on the tip of my tongue all day. Grave digging's a fine profession. Always work to be had, and nary a word of complaint out of your clients.
I got a question for you.
Yeah?
Any news about the Hope?
The colony ship? Are you talking about that old rumor? Some great big starship packed full of colonists what got lost in the aether never to be found again? Ain't heard that one since I was but a stripling. Can't say it was terribly convincing far as rumors go. There a reason you asking?
Yeah, I don't understand. You saying everybody's forgotten about us?
Hope's just a rumor, friend. Ancient rumor at that. Maybe you've been out in the sun too long. Why don't you head over to the cantina? Get yourself some zero-G brew. It's a brew that's good for what ails you.
Yeah, I don't understand. They said the colony was expecting us.
Look, I don't know what's got you caterwauling about Hope this and Colony that, but you need to stop, or there's gonna be trouble.
Yeah, what's the trouble in asking a question?
Trouble's in the asking. Or don't much care for folk running their mouths, spreading hoaxes and the like. Frankly, neither do I.
Alright.
Something I
Something
can do
else.
for you?
Huh. Alright, anyway, let's go see if we can't find ourselves Mr. Ludwig. Be over there. I will say that at least this game, if it has to have a day-night cycle, it doesn't run the day-night. Like, it doesn't get so freaking dark you can't see anything. 'Cause, I mean, on the one hand, I like it when games, when it's dark and it's actually dark and you need to actually use a light source to see, because it's a little bit more realistic. But the other side of that coin, oh, there's a landing pad.
When I was little, we'd get freighters in every Sunday noon. Now they only come but once a month.
Can I change her so her... There we go.
I love the wind here.
I think this is vending machine riders. Oh, over there. Insert captain's identification cartridge to initiate remote landing. Oh. My ship doesn't fly, so that's not going to help. Oh, you're different. Bullets and things. An axe. Huh. Revolver. There's some more. Oh, walking away from me.
Thank the law. I've been requisitioning backup for months. Guess the boss finally came to his senses. You ever swung a truncheon? Let me see your rifling stance. I want to make sure you're up to snuff.
Yeah, I'm not, what are you babbling about?
The war. The coming apocalypse. Man versus machine. I'm talking about mechanical soldier. Cold, heartless automatons made of iron and lies.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, gotta watch out for those mechanicals.
That's right. That's what I've been saying.
Why not?
We gotta square our shoulders and stand ever vigilant. Auto-mechanicals. Creatures forged in the fires of malevolence. I seen them over by the old power plant. Clattering about. Firing at the birds. Orchestrating...
You sure they're not just marauders?
When the swarms of mechanicals come clanging on over that hill, where will you be? Cowering beneath your cot? Or standing, shoulder to shoulder with the resistance?
Sure. Yeah, if your resistance needs another gun, I am for hire.
I've been gathering up a war chest over the years. Saltuna cans, mostly. Some Spacer's Chaw. Few bit cards. I'll reward you for your aid.
Proper armies pay enlistment fees.
Enlistment fees? Yeah, I suppose. Wouldn't want to give the resistance a bad name.
What do you need done?
They have sent a scout, prowling around the junkyard just behind our beloved town. This scout must not be permitted to return to its base of operations.
Die, robot.
Cross it off, then report back.
Sure. Any pointers?
Mechanicals got a weak spot in their midsections. I think the technical term is, the blue glowy square thing.
Very technical. Gravesite fee.
I told Silas I'd pay my dues if he agreed to join the resistance. Guess this means he's finally heard the calling.
He sure did, and he's asking for a little extra to furnish the resistance with mechanical repellent.
Mechanical repellent? A stroke of inspiration from the law itself. Here, I've been saving up a couple bits for just such a project.
Give me 1-bit cartridge.
Go on.
What questions I can ask you? Yeah, what exactly do you do here?
I'm Ludwig Miller, Associate Security Officer for Transportation. Officially? Unofficially? Strictly between you and me. I am the only thing standing between Edgewater and total annihilation.
Well, good luck with that. Ludwig reports he spotted a forward scout of the Mechanical Army north of the landing pad. As a test of your mettle, he's requested you to dispose of this scout in the name of humanity. Sure, why not? That's cool. Come on. Ah, okay. So it's just like right on the other side of this wall. I see loot boxes. The good kind of loot box. Not the bad kind of loot box. Huh. Well, what do you know? Can I just talk to you?
Bet I could fix him up smart.
Searching for repair bay. Error. Navigation systems failed. Unable to comply.
I could probably fix that. I mean, if you wanted me to.
Let's talk to it a little bit first. Yeah, hang on a second. Not sure.
Take your time. You need help, just give a yell. Metaphorical yell. If you yell for reals, you're liable to spook them.
Yeah, are you damaged?
Damage to navigation systems detected. Attempting to return to designated repair bay. Error. Navigation systems failed.
This is a junkyard, not a repair bay.
Navigation systems have determined this location as Spacer's Choice. Designated mechanical repair bay. Attempting to misdirect or confuse a Spacer's Choice mechanical is a punishable offense. Please report yourself to your supervisor.
Yeah, I'll get right on that. Yeah, go ahead, fix him up.
Yep, I see the problem. His nav mod got dislodged. Must have taken a tumble. Just gotta give it a good push and wait for the click. There we go. Jeremy's good as new. Well, new by Spacer's Choice standards anyhow. His name's Jeremy, by the way.
Navigation systems operational. Optimal path toward repair bay detected. Initiating self-diagnostics.
Yeah, why did you name the mechanical?
On account of I fixed him. And he's Jeremy on account of his helmet. It's like Jeremy, the officer in True Romantic Tales of the Space Guard.
Is that an Aetherwave cereal or something?
Hebs surely. I make a point to watch every Tuesday night. Be more careful out there, Jeremy.
Okay, well. Combat drone. Oh, he was harmless. This is quite the impressive junkyard that they've got here. Anything else? Yeah, here's some more. More boxes of loot. Alright, let's go tell the dude that we got rid of his mechanical problem. Yeah, I hate games where it's like, oh, it's nighttime. You gotta go get a light. You know, it's fine if you need a light, but it only happens every so often. It's when it's constant, you know, every 5 minutes you need to go turn your light on. That sucks.
Bring us honor, soldier.
Yeah, you won't have to worry about the scout anymore.
You beat that scout to scrap with its own legs? Pulled its optic cables out its head case? Actually, don't tell me. Rather use my imagination. You're a passing fair soldier, I will confess. But you are one, and the enemy is legion. What you need is an equalizer.
Yes, a weapon.
A weapon to strike fear in their cold, mechanical hearts. Cantina, lavatory, behind one of the toilets. That's where I've kept it hidden all these years.
You hid your secret weapon in a lavatory.
Sharp, ain't it? The lavatory is the very last place a mechanical has need to enter.
Unless it's hunting humans. Let you know if I find it.
Soldier. Don't want the bartender poking around in there with a mop.
Sure. Whatever. Workbench. Have any more mods? All right, sure. I'm very close to level 4. Original naming scheme for planets of the Halcyon colony was chosen by the head of the board. I think that's what that said. Right, put your damn gun away.
Had your rations yet?
Yep.
You're not a big drinker, are you?
Never touch the stuff.
Only the part that says
This room.
If only McDevitt's.
How do I... There you go. Cool. Skills and perks. So let's pump some more. Ranged. Some more points in tech. Tech's kind of cool. All right. Wrong one. I'm thinking just straight up more health. There it is. Looking for was how much current health do I have? 975. And go back to Ludwig, or we can go bug Conrad some more.
What can I do for you?
Yeah, sound like you've had some training, know a thing or two about medicine.
Oh? Am I in the company of a fellow doctor?
Only if we use the term doctor loosely.
I am a Spacer's Choice certified surgeon, and if you must know, I can stitch a severed thumb with a 50.
If you're a surgeon, why are you working as a barber?
Go ahead.
Pretty enthusiastic about this place.
Edgewater has been good to me. I consider myself privileged to work here. I am never wanting for work, not since the plague started.
Yeah, what do you know about the plague?
The plague's come at us with a vengeance this year. Lost 6 workers in as many months. I wouldn't call them good workers, mind you. If they were any good, they'd have been treated. Still, it is a shame.
What are the symptoms?
Fever, chills, fatigue, aching, vomiting, an excess of phlegm, a tendency towards belly aching.
Yeah, what you're describing sounds a lot like a flu.
Whatever it may be, I have developed my own palliative. Boiled canid liver and a splash of ethanol.
Why don't you treat all your workers?
Company policy, friend. We don't have enough medicine to treat all of us, so we treat the best among us.
Whose idea was that?
Thompson's brainchild. Have you met him yet? Thoughtful-looking fellow, stares out of his office most hours.
I guarantee you that they've actually got enough medicine for everybody. Receptionist shot himself. This is bad. Company's going to have to call it for what it is. Destruction of Spacer's Choice property. Eugene was an asset and somebody has to pay his body price. This is going to ruin us. So I was thinking we pawn off his teeth. Eugene had a full set of gold teeth. Heirlooms passed down his family or something. You're processing his body, right? Just dig around and pry them out. We'll sell the teeth somewhere nice and quiet. Use the bits to pay the body price and nobody's the wiser. What do you think? Don't write back. In fact, don't talk to me at all. Just give me a special signal the next time you see me. Wiggle your eyebrows. I mean, there's nothing back here that's... I'm glad people don't shout at you just for looking at things. That was the thing that always drove me nuts about Fallout. You know, you'd walk into a... Huh. You walk into a room or a building or something and there's stuff sitting all over the place. And you can't help but highlight something. Ooh. Yeah, I don't see anything that we can... Oh, okay. So it doesn't tell you, it doesn't give you the update if you don't have the quest primary, but it still updates the quest. So that's good. Ow. If a little annoying. Like, it really should still give you the update message. You know, these are tiny, you know, quality of life issues that I'm noticing. It would just be one of the just those kinds of it would be nice kinds of things. You know, like some kind of a vibration on your controller or a grunt from your character or something about getting hit. I know about Eugene.
You know about Eugene? How?
I talked to Phyllis. I'm a mind reader.
You were probably poking around my things. I really shouldn't leave my letters sitting out in the open.
You really shouldn't.
Eugene's golden teeth were a family heirloom, representing 3 generations of poor dental hygiene. He took them to his grave.
Yeah, I'm sure he wouldn't miss them.
That's unthinkable. Eugene's body and all rare earth minerals contained therein are solely the property of Spacer's Choice. I can't ask Silas to dig up a man's body and pry a few teeth loose from his jaw just to pay my bills. Can I?
Are you asking rhetorically? Because if you're being serious... Ugh.
Desperate measures, Miss Holcomb. Desperate measures. I'm going to have to ask Silas to dig up those teeth. It's the only way I'm paying my gravesite fees.
You sure?
I'm sure that I have no other choice. Here you are. Gravesite papers affixed with my signature and an IOU.
I'm told Eugene killed himself. What happened?
Eugene was not a suicide. He put a bullet in his brain, yes, but that's largely a technicality. I was the one who prepared Eugene's body for interment. I discovered symptoms of the plague on his corpse, and I discovered medicine in his pocket. Lots of medicine. Eugene overdosed on adrenatime, which is known to cause psychosis and paranoia as possible side effects. The paranoia drove him to take his own life.
It's like, oh, now they tell me. Dude, that's horrible.
It's a miracle of bureaucracy. If Eugene's death were filed as a suicide, we'd all pay the price for his crime. We can all thank our lucky stars that young Eugene was hopped up on medication and suffered its predictable side effect. I included it all in my official report. I'd like to think I saved Edgewater a great deal of money. We never could have paid the fines associated with a suicide.
Okay, so the dude did kill himself. But rather than admit to that, the town came up with this idea that he overdosed, probably planting the adrenatime medicine on him. Yeah, and like not pulling your gun out every time you go through a doorway would be nice too.
Something I can do for you?
Yeah, we need to talk about Eugene.
Yeah? What about him?
Read a letter, yeah, first, I know you buried him.
Well, yeah. It's what I'm contractually obligated to do. What's this about?
His solid gold teeth could be worth something if you pulled them out.
Yeah. Funny thing, Eugene's body ain't where it's supposed to be. The night we was supposed to commend his body to the earth, I had his grave all dug up and ready, right? And so I thought,
Of course.
my eyes a bit.
It's never that
When
easy.
I woke up, his body was gone. Spirited away. Vanished. The footprints nearby suggested that Eugene was stolen by marauders. Or he rose from the dead.
Keep an eye out for them, I guess.
Let me know if you find anything. You run into any trouble?
All done.
Reliable work from a freelancer. That's gonna take some getting used to.
I went out of my way for you.
And I'll buy you a drink sometime.
Yeah, I was hoping for something more tangible.
Suppose you've earned it. One good turn deserves another.
Abernathy was trying to hide his own illness.
Abernathy was sick? With the plague? That's disgusting. I shook hands with the guy.
He was convinced you knew.
What? No. If I knew he was sick, I would have had him reported. I needed his fees because of his name. A for Abernathy. He was at the top of my list, you see? Yeah?
You lose a lot of people to marauders?
Former people, yeah. Marauders been raiding my graves, you see? Hence the armed guards.
How the fuck are they raiding graves? What are they after, loot?
Oh no. They are after the most precious loot of all. Spacer's Choice Company property. If those marauders swipe any more bodies out of my cemetery, company's gonna duck my pay.
I don't... Why? 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 Why is that? Why? Alright. Let's go back and do that. Because this should just be a go over here and tell the dude that I found the special weapon. Which is probably going to be like a battery tied to a stick or something. This guy ain't right in the head. Actually reminds me a lot of, oh shit, what's the name of the character from Good Omens? The Witch Hunter. Witch Hunter Private.
Bring us honor, soldier.
Found the package.
Feast your eyes, soldier. This here's a genuine Spacer's Choice injury customizing unit, designed to deliver a lethal blast of electrical discharge. I call it the Hand of the Law. You ever want to see a mechanical flailing around like a grounded fish? You stick a couple thousand volts in its guts. With compliments from old Ludwig.
How do I use this injury customizing unit?
There's a workbench right through this door. Attach that unit to your favorite weapon and go forth into glorious battle. Time's come for you to journey down into the black heart of the enemy's camp. I'm talking about the old geothermal plant. Unfortunately, the old plant lies outside my board-given jurisdiction.
Fortunately, I already have the password.
Boss, Reed Thompson. I've been after a passcode for years. Boss said no on account of my gross incompetence with all matters related to security.
He's probably expecting me to get killed.
Well, not exactly a brain. Anatomically speaking, what we're looking for is a logic module.
And how am I supposed to get one?
There's the rub. If a mechanical breaks down, the logic module fries. So you can't rip one out of its corpse. You're gonna have to find an intact model somehow.
I don't reckon so. I work with gears and pistons and such. Stuff you can put hands to. Computers and mechanical brains are outside my ken.
Yeah, it was worth asking.
You know, she names the mechanical she fixes. Calls them Bess and Clancy and so on. Keep a careful eye on her. Could be a sympathizer.
Yeah, seems simple enough.
Die horribly. I will pour out a can of 0G to your memory.
Sure. Me in here. Is that a bed? It is a bed. Aha. Changes the weapon's damage type to shock. Well, let's put it on my shotgun. Okay. What else do I got going on here? Yeah, we can go see if we can find that. Get off the... Ah, it's up that way. Sure. Let's go that way. I'm a little curious how many companions you can have with you at once. Are you eating this guy? Spacer's Choice ethiologist assigned to Terra 2. This week I've decided to study peroray mating habits. The female perorays leave their nesting area in the morning and return in the afternoon with random objects, typically something shiny or bright. Then they build displays of these objects, perform what I can only describe as a dance for an audience of males. If a male likes what he sees, the two go off and nest together in one of the nearby trees. Gerald, if you're reading this, I'm done waiting for you. Collect my things and meet me at the next site. And don't be late. I expect punctuality from my assistants.
Get ready.
Oh, that's you.
Everyone all right?
Damn it. That was a little exciting. I don't suppose Jeremy, we can just... Oh, he's not here anymore. Like, if we could just take the logic module out of Jeremy here, it would solve the issue. Armor part, bit cartridges. Looks like this town used to be a lot bigger and it kind of fell apart. Get him. Now I see why. Because if you hit them in the chest, at least with a pistol, they bleed.
That's the last of them.
That's why they were dying. Geographic scanner increases the range at which interactable objects are highlighted. Ooh. Isn't that just what I was complaining about? Evicted. Alright, let's heck in here, check in here. Employer rights under the Biased Labor Standard Act's wage determined by merit of your work. Bet you talking about a union around here and get you shot. Fine, I must disagree with your theories about the Earth Directorate's place in the colonial system. Sadly, as much as I appreciate the board and the new frontier they've opened for us, I believe Halcyon and all the other colonies on the rim of the galaxy would fall to pieces or war amongst themselves if the Earth Directorate wasn't around to regulate trade and settle disputes. Do you think the corporations would accept the mandated inclusion of an Earth Minister if they had a choice in the matter? Of course, I'd never dispute that Earth is the heart of the whole colonial system, but the real adventure and independent spirit upon which humankind truly thrives is to be found out here among the furthest colonies. I still think you're wrong about the history, though. The discovery of the skip drive was not what gave the Earth Directorate power over the corporations. The high costs of the Great War left them in a weakened state, and the skip drive was simply the extra leverage the Directorate needed to return to power. Sounds like a couple of people having some discussions about philosophical discussions. Can't tell if all of the lockers are at once or... I just got the letter today. Corporate ordered me to relocate to the Edgewater Cannery, effective immediately. It's a shame. I was really looking forward to running my own gift shop at the community center, selling rare memorabilia. But scripture tells us that all things happen for a reason. Work fortifies the spirit and all. As for my book collection, I can't bear to part with it. Don't want those books moldering in some contraband locker, so I stashed all of them away in a cave by the river. So he knew he shouldn't have the books. Huh. Interesting. We'll check that out in a second. Check this way first. A little confused, or curious, I guess is a better word, about what's this way. Huh. Nothing. It's like just a different path to get up there. Okay, that's funny that she actually has a little animation for jumping down ledges like that. Yeah, this place has definitely not been... not been the best kept up. Yeah, like she grunts and stuff, but the player character doesn't. Huh. I see more bad guys down in here. Marauders. Oh, that's got to be a landmine or something. Yep. Huh.
Nice.
Alright, got the journal. Turn to the Vicar. But first, can I take a look at the journal? Pointy mouth part. Guide Part 2. This volume describes the process of repairing and dismantling common models of automechanical workers. Handwritten journal. That's all you do is just... These things are kind of cool looking. I don't know how practical this would be for like an actual... Like trying to actually use it for anything. I just want to know what's further. What's this way? Ooh. Okay, well, we will not go that way then. I want to know what that's all about. Oh, this is the power plant. Giant ass snake.
I always wanted to poke around in here.
Well, we will eventually, but I think for now, though, we're gonna probably leave it alone. I've been streaming for about 2 hours. I think what we're gonna do... See if I can fast travel. We'll go here. We'll go turn this book in to the Vicar. It was a crime and affects reputations. Okay. Should probably take a look at these. Why is that so bright? There we go. Current status agreeable. A good employee in the making. Oh, vendor prices are reduced by 5%. Yeah, that giant moon head guy is creepy.
Any progress on that matter we discussed?
Yep, got it right here.
Wonderful. This is fantastic. Well worth all the sacrifices I... Wait. What the fuck is this? Is this French? I can't fucking read French. It's a fucking joke is what it is. French. Ha! I was so high and mighty, preaching to the yokels about following the plan, while fighting it at every turn.
Yeah, you didn't want the book to keep others from reading it. You just wanted it for yourself.
Well, yes. But I assure you, it was not for personal gain, only for the greater good. I've
They always
spent my
say.
life searching for the keys to unlocking the secrets of the universal equation that underlies the plan. I had hoped this book held some of those answers. I became so desperate, I even got myself assigned to this plague-ridden backwater to find the damn thing. All the time.
Just find somebody who can speak French and get them to translate it. It has to be some kind of... This has to be some kind of cosmic retribution.
Yes. You're right. Such are the workings of the equation. And I've only my own hubris to blame. They certainly never planned for this contingency. But that's neither here nor there. What I need to do now is to find a translator, obviously. But to do that, I'll first need to secure transport. You have a ship. Perhaps I could make myself of use to your crew.
What's in it for me?
Free spiritual counseling, someone to watch your back, not to mention a grown-up in the party.
I'm 28.
Exactly. I'm pretty handy with a toss-ball stick, or any blunt instrument, really. I'm also a passable gun hand, if it comes to that. I can usually talk my way out of conflict, though. Oh, I'm fairly competent at hacking computers as well.
Huh. That all part of your Vicar training?
Well, understanding computers is, though I admit I took it further than most. And I was quite the 32nd back during my seminary days. Left many an opponent bleeding on the field.
Huh. Yeah. Are you even a Vicar? Because you're not sounding very Vicarly right now.
Of course. I'm a vicar who is dedicated
Or
to his
vicar.
calling. More dedicated than any other you'll find in this colony. I joined the OSI to help decipher the grand plan. But instead, I ended up
Yeah,
a vicar
see,
in a prison due to
even
ignorance
more
and
Firefly vibes.
Then I came here. Satisfied?
Because here we even got a preacher. Yeah, I don't think you're being completely honest with me about the book. What's the story?
It's the journal of one of the originators of the Philosopher's School of Thought, though it would be more than a century before it was perverted into that belief system. Philosophism's a false religion that stands in contradiction to almost everything we know to be true. They believe all is chaos, in stark contrast to OSI's belief in the plan. But most of that came later. Bokonu had some interesting theories about man's perception of reality that I thought could be applied to our attempts to decipher the plan.
All right, sure.
Fantastic. Let me get my things in order and I'll catch up with you.
Edgewater's gonna miss you. Folk here always had good things to say about their vicar.
Thank you, Ms. Holcomb. I'll be glad for the change of scenery and to leave this place behind. I shall see you on the ship, Captain, whenever you're ready to leave Emerald Vale.
Woohoo! Leveled up. Your companion is leveled up and can be granted a new perk. Go to the companion page in your ledger and select the perk button to see the available perks. And the ship's out in the desert, out in the field, because It kind of busted. It kind of busted right now. Alright, so we get handgun critical damage plus 50%, which is cool. 40 is for the next ones. I think we'll just put 5 points there. And then we'll put the other 3 here in. Put 2 there. Yeah, we'll just put all 3 there. Okay, she got a perk, so she can get more health, more threat, less threat, or increased engineering. Oh, okay, it increases my engineering. Cool. Let's see. Whip that. Those are the same. A shovel. Oh, and it'll fix my armor too at the same time. Nice. Increases movement speed, increases melee attack speed. I don't know, it's... So, apparently, my understanding is that... Yeah, all slotted consumables simultaneously. So... Oh, I can just equip food? Okay. Well, shit, now that I know that. Anyway. I guess we'll head towards this one. Next. It's not the best choice, it's Spacer's choice. That's saying we're fully aware that our gear is crap. But since it's the only choice that you have, you're going to use it anyway. Oh, god damn it. I'm on the wrong side of the town. Suppose there's a speedy travel. Oh. Okay, I need to go there. So let's go. No, not to the power plant. That's gonna hurt. Heavy armor provides the most protection, but light armor provides better skill bonuses. Well, skill bonuses is a thing that you care about. I'm going to be really interested to see other people's playthroughs of this. And especially when people start doing challenge runs of it, because I know they're going to be. There's going to be like, oh, we're only using handguns, or we're only doing this, or we're only doing that. And they are going to be interesting. This is definitely an interesting game. Yeah, it's not the best choice. It's Spacer's choice. Botanical Lab. I know that's not how it's pronounced, but...
Move along, stranger. We don't want any trouble.
Who are you? There you are. I want to talk to you.
I don't know you.
I don't know you either.
Looking for it ain't here. Move along.
I'm looking for... I'm not going to try to pronounce
Answers,
that.
huh? You must be one of those philosophicals. Already got ourselves one of those.
Now, Reed said something about former workers living out in the wilderness.
Yeah, that's us. And you can tell Thompson we're doing just fine by ourselves. If you're gonna start wandering around my camp, know that I got my sights on you.
Sure. Where can I find
We're
her?
in the hothouse, tending crop. Enough with the questions. No offense, but I've got a lot on my mind.
Yeah, we all got problems. I just got shot into space.
Explains why you're still yammering on at me. No, I'm sorry. That was unworthy of me. Lady named Zoe went missing some nights ago. Just up and vanished without a trace. Now I'm pacing around wondering if marauders got to her.
Probably. That does seem to be a problem. Yeah, I'll keep an eye out.
It's not like Zoe to go wandering. Figured she might be out scavenging, but that ain't exactly her talent. Can't imagine where she's gone. Vale's a wide place. She could be anywhere.
Yeah, unless marauders got to her, then parts of her could be in a lot of places.
Do without the gallows humor?
Alright, I'll leave you alone. I'm full of inappropriate things. It just occurred to me how that sounds. I stand by my statement, however. Ooh, pretty.
Oh gosh, it's so pretty.
If you're hungry, there's meat turning on the spit outside. If you're bearing illness, find a place to lay your head down and I'll fetch you a poultice. Whatever your troubles with Edgewater, leave them at the gates and be welcomed here. Any questions, dear?
Yeah, see, this seems like a much better place.
I have been called that, among other things. Green Thumb, grandmother, the strange old lady who keeps flowers. But yes, Adelaide will do just fine.
Excuse me, Miss McDevitt? Sorry, it's just... You got such pretty trees in here.
Why, thank you. You're Robert's girl, aren't you? I remember when you were but a sprout. Thomas speaks of you often. Are you staying long? You should try some of my tobacorn tea. I brew it in an old spittoon, but it's been cleaned.
Do you feel need to bring that up? Yeah, it looks like you made a home for yourself out here.
A home for anyone who's ever turned their backs on Edgewater. A home for those of us with nowhere left to go and nothing to lose. So, like the spores of the puffball, cast on the wind and alighting on fresh soil, we put down new roots.
Why'd you leave your old home?
It's an unpleasant story, dear. But the short of it is that sometimes one wakes up and realizes the place that was once her home for much of her life has changed. The home in which we spent our lives has left us behind, and so we must move on. And that is as much as I will say on the subject.
Well, time to bring up the reason why I'm here. Reed sent me to make peace with you.
Reed Thompson? You hear here on behalf of that cold-eyed reptile? Let's hear it. What's Reed's idea of peace, then?
Yeah, something about coming back to town or losing power. I wasn't really listening. I mean, he did say something about being willing to make amends, but I think it was less that he's willing to make amends and more that he's run out of things to threaten them with. But we'll be polite.
Make amends. Spare me.
Okay, so she knows him well enough.
How to make is a mess. Like everything else that comes out of Edgewater, that peace offering is canned. I and my own are living just fine out here by ourselves.
Yeah, Reed asked me to divert your power over to him.
He would do such a thing. The question is, why would you agree to his plans?
Well, because I hadn't mentioned him. Met you yet. But yeah, your camp is a power regulator, which I need to repair my ship.
Cannery's got a regulator. You want ship parts, you ought to rip them out of the cannery's guts and leave us be. If you're going down to the plant, you should divert power away from Edgewater and toward our end of the grid. Think about it. You'd be liberating an entire town from a lifetime of service to that odious cannery. Seems the sort of thing a hero would do.
I mean... yeah, what have you got against a town?
Seen that miserable excuse for a town with your own lamps. Hollowed out workers laboring their lives away at the cannery, living off whatever scraps Spacer's Choice throws them. You know that's true, don't you, Ms. Holcomb? Your father died of overwork. His heart gave out.
He was tired all the time, sure, but he was old, ma'am, and he raised me all by his lonesome.
Look what they did to this child. Lost her family to the company, and still she defends them.
Yeah. Yeah, let's say I help you. What happens to Edgewater?
Life in Edgewater grinds to a halt. The cannery shuts down, workers desert in droves, and our own little camp grows and thrives.
You think Reed's just trying to spite you?
You bring power to Reed's town and you'll be killing us. Reed knows it. He's counting on it.
Yeah, I'll consider it.
I trust you will listen to your conscience.
Now I see what they mean by, choices. Not exactly cut and dry left and right. Quit pulling your gun out. I love the little plants, though. Plenty of stuff to steal if you're that kind of player. I imagine that makes some people very happy. Okay. So we're going to do this as long as we're here. Zoe's journal, page 12. So that's it then. No more Edgewater for me. No more cannery, no more jumpsuits and gloves. Yes, ma'ams, and would you like another's? I don't know why I'm writing this down for posterity's sake, because I've always hated the cannery, and I don't think I'll ever have to look back to this journal many years hence and tell myself, oh wow, I did hate the Val once, did I? Just because I got sick. Everybody gets sick. Well, okay, I got sick and grabbed a little too much Adrena time. Is that really a crime? I gotta treat myself when I'm sick, don't I? Whatever happened to personal responsibility and surviving by one's own bootstraps? Oh, but you misappropriated one box of Adrena time and suddenly you're committing larceny. These are really compact little places, aren't they? Journal page 18. Good news, I'm alive. Starting to feel a little better, too. There's a group of deserters living out in the old botanical labs. They found a way to grow some food, or something that passes for food, anyway. Edelael boiled a pot of something green and leafy and told me to drink it twice a day for my symptoms, I suppose. Tastes atrocious, but I've been feeling better. It's nice to be away from the cannery. The labs have just enough power to run an aether wave, so I've been catching up on my serial drama. Masked Marketeer, what would I do without you? Go crazy, most likely. Crack up, murder all my neighbors, and run screaming into the hills like some wild marauder. I don't know, that doesn't sound too bad. I could see myself leading a cadre of marauders, a band of bandits. Wait, that doesn't sound right. Band of bandits? What would we call ourselves? The Formidable 14? The 100 Hooligan? Featuring Zoe, Bandit Queen. Page 22. Well, today's the day, Zoe. Today is the day you take your destiny into your own hands. I've been listening to Grace talk about the Marauder threat. Bands of wild, free-spirited bandits living in camps out in the hills, warming themselves by the light of barrel fires. Probably mounted the heads of their enemies on spikes as a warning to folk like me. Living a life of comfort and ease, free of any rules. I bet they could take the whole region if they were organized. I've been tucking away some of Adelaide's food, and I've got some spare cans of salt tuna. Should last me a couple weeks if I ration. Got some Adrena time, too. Everybody loves Adrena time, even Marauders, right? I got odds those Marauders will let me throw in with them if I dangle a couple syringes of Adrena time before their eyes. This is going to be great. Look out, Terra 2. Bandit Queen Zoe's origin story has just begun. I'm going to have a whole gang of Marauders at my beck and call. Maybe I can even score some Rizzos. Oh. So that's what she did. Dumb girl. She's probably dead, but let's go see if maybe we can get lucky and she's still alive. This is kind of a nice little town. I mean, this is a nice little camp over here, though. Definitely a nicer place than Edgewater itself. If for no other reason than the people living there aren't, you know, toe-the-line company toadies. You know, I mean, there's nothing wrong with loving the company that you work for.
Here we go. Get away.
Just remember that you might love the company, but as far as the company is concerned, all you are is an asset. You know, just... And that's not just for the video game either. Like, that goes for the real world, too. Remember that the company that you work for doesn't care about you. They might like to throw that whole, we're family, we're a family line around, but... I don't have enough to hack that. They just say that to try to keep you from... Well, they say that so that they can abuse, so they can exploit you. Okay. I see how that works out. I see.
Here we go!
Tap. Damn thing. That was exciting. Fucking landmines everywhere. Another one. I hate landmines.
Wow, you crossed them all off, like some sort of heroic accountant running down a list. Teach me your ways.
Yeah, you're Zoe. Your people are looking for you.
What? You mean Adelaide's little congregation of nature-loving nobodies? I could not possibly be less interested in
I'm guessing you can only have one companion at a time.
You, on the other hand, you were a sight to behold. If I had half your skills, I'd be the greatest outlaw the coast has ever seen.
I need you to clarify something for me.
Clarifying.
Are you a prisoner here?
No. I insinuated myself into their company, see? And they didn't seem to mind one whit.
Yeah, I'm impressed. How'd you pull it off?
I may have bartered them a few boxes of Adrena time, but yeah, I'm sure that's got nothing to do with it.
Why leave camp?
I got kicked out of Edgewater on account of falling sick with plague and stealing some medicine to treat myself. I'd heard some outlaws set up camp in the botanical labs. I decided to throw in with them, seeing as I always wanted to be an outlaw myself. Instead, what do I find? But a bunch of former workers camped out around a greenhouse. I couldn't just go back to the cannery, so I was stuck with them. I've got all the time in Halcyon.
Apparently.
Why? Adelaide wants me back on garden duty or something? Thanks, but I'm not going anywhere. This is where I belong.
Yeah, I can't imagine you're happy out here. Food's awful, company's worse, and no serial dramas.
And no serial dramas. I've been thinking about going back. I just gotta know if Lord Cavendish really is the masked marketeer. I'll take my stuff and head on back, I suppose. Grace is gonna be glaring knives at me, so I've got that to look forward to.
Have fun. What? As long as we're over here. Damn it. People locking things. How dare people use locks? Oh, I think that symbol means my armor's... Yeah. Keeping your company gear in tip-top shape is expected, and something you're carrying needs repair. You can repair weapons and armor at a workbench using weapon and armor parts. Get them from breaking down unwanted items. Players with engineering skill can repair their gear without need of a workbench. Repairing an item returns it to 100% durability and full effectiveness, ready to cause or prevent maximum damage. $56, $99, $75, $100. So, kinda, but not really. I also have just not been finding armor. I think might be the problem here. Options. Oh, I have just enough to fix that. And then probably not enough to fix those. Yeah. Insufficient armor pots. Why it wouldn't let me just fix all of them. These fecking landmines. Instruction mechanical. Energy canister. Looks like it's just a junk item. Goes outside. I am absolutely going to take everything that isn't nailed down. And you know what they say. If you can get it up with a crowbar, it ain't nailed down. Quite a few of these mods. I'll have to find a workbench here pretty soon and see which ones I can actually make use of. All those fecking landmines. You got no head. Okay, let's head back, turn this one in. And then we might call it there for the day. Plenty of weapon parts, that's for sure. Probably start. Probably just start selling excess weapons that I pick up instead of breaking them all down. Because I got plenty of weapon parts for now. shall go turn this in.
What is it?
Talk Zoe into coming back.
We didn't always get along, but I'm glad to know she's safe. What happened, anyway?
Joined up with a band of marauders.
Zoe joined up with a band of marauders. Zoe. The same Zoe who doesn't know a barrel from a trigger. Well, I've heard stranger things. You pretty much did my job for me. Least I could do is pay you for your trouble. Let me know if I can do something for you.
Wahahaha. $5,000 XP. Deserter's reputation. Nice. Okay, we're going to take a look at that. Ah. Community of disillusioned workers who left the town of Edgewater. They live together in a makeshift camp located in the Botanical Lab district of Emerald Vale. And I am friendly to this faction. Chicken. Why does it have a talk prompt? They don't seem to have a shop around here. It's a workbench.
Oh, that's Thomas. He used to follow me around before he left the cannery.
Oh, didn't see you there. I was just occupying myself with a little engineering. Whoa, Miss Parvati. Hey, you're, what, how are you? Hi.
Yeah, he definitely has a crush on her.
Are you, are things safe out here? How are you keeping?
Great, just great. I've been trying to keep stuff running, just like you. Only I'm not so... Wait, they didn't kick you out, did they?
Oh gosh, no. I'm just along with this lady here.
Are you from town? I mean, you don't exactly look like you're from town.
Yeah, take that as a compliment.
Well, what I meant was you're reasonably well armed and don't look stricken with plague. Sorry, I just wasn't sure if you were from town or if you were one of us. Something's been chewing at me, you see.
I think they make a crane.
Well, lying. To everybody here. Camp thinks I'm a mechanical genius, but I couldn't fix a busted chair.
Never too late to start learning. Give you some pointers.
I'll take all the help I can get. I set my mind to learning the craft of the engineer, you see. I want to make something of myself. You ever heard of the Young Spacer's Guide to Mechanical Engineering? Comes in a set of
Already got 2 of them.
If I had my hands on one of those data pads, I could teach myself the ins and outs.
Those are good. My dad kept a copy with him when he was working in the cannery.
I know the old community center kept a copy. Should find another one back in town. If you could find me even one of those pads, I'd be greatly obliged.
Today's your lucky day. I actually got 2 of them. Yeah, you mentioned 2 pads. What about the third?
Wish I knew. I wager the town had the full set once upon a time. Where the third's gone, I can't say.
Huh. Well, today's your lucky day. I've got one you wanted.
Really? Well, which one?
Part 1.
Look at that. Building a computing machine out of Spectrum potatoes, a primer. I'm just glad it survived all these years. I appreciate you going through all that trouble. In fact, I put aside something special on the off chance that somebody'd search out those data pads for me.
Guess what? I've got another one.
Don't keep me in suspense.
Part 2.
Ain't that just ironical? If I'd worked a little longer back at the cannery, I might have found this myself.
Yeah.
2 whole data pads? Be still my beating heart.
Yeah, I've actually got the 2 pads that you were looking for. I'll let you know if I find the other one.
Sure. I'd be glad to take them off your hands.
I bet you it's in the, power plant. Alrighty. Ooh, what's this? Bolter pistol. Alright, anyway. What I want to do now. I think the only other weapon ones. No? Oh, here we go. Yeah, increases your tech skills. Decreases the noise made while moving. Increases the range at which interactable objects are highlighted. Definitely want that one. We'll go ahead and put that one in too. Okay, so you can't put anything in the helmet. $140, but it uses energy ammunition. Bread. All right, let's see. What do we have here? What do each of these do? Because I think I want to keep the one that's just extra health regen, and probably get rid of the ones that are, yeah, like this one. Junk those. Body attributes +1. And we'll get rid of those. Go back over here. That's another drunk. Base health. Body attributes. Regeneration. That. Base health. Those. Movement speed and weapon attack speed. We'll get rid of those. Companion ability cooldown. Huh. Hey, Mr. Kitty. What's up? You're gonna come lay in my lap? Immunized, harmful status effects, minus duration minus 50%. Now I have a cat in my lap. Interesting, but I don't think it's going to be terribly useful. Now that would be useful. Ranged weapons spread minus 50%. Ranged weapons sway minus 50%. Oh, I see, but then there's a withdraw effect, so we'll just get rid of those. It's the same thing. Body attributes, base health. Those, mind attributes, base health. Mods, random goodies, quest items, junk, which I need to find a vendor to unload. Oh, let's keep looking around here and see if we can find a vendor. I don't want to just level up. I'm really close to level 6. I don't see a vendor around here though. Put your damn gun away. Huh. I now have a cat sleeping in my lap. Wow. He's not sleeping, but he's definitely happy. Definitely a game where you want to talk to people.
Zoe says she fought her way out of a marauder camp with her own bare hands.
Ah, here we go. What are you selling?
Fresh off the limb, and that includes canid meat.
Alright, sell off all my junk. And what do you got to buy? Patched low pressure helmet. Probably don't actually want to use it in Spacer's Choice revolver that was customized by a weaponsmith to use heavy Vulcan ammo. Only 5 rounds fit in the cylinder, but they hit like an asteroid. Huh, that is expensive. Did what I wanted to though. And sold the goodies. Okay. I guess we will go out and see if we can't find some way to level up. I'll try using this for a little while. I am definitely liking handguns. If just because you can kind of fan the hammer a little bit, get a little bit more control out of where your shots are going. Beep. Yeah, I haven't picked up enough shunts to be able to actually pick any of these doors that I'm coming across. I say as I immediately come across another one. I have enough to get this door open. No, I need 5. Yeah, and like, I mean, how do I only come across 3? I have 6. Used to pack. Oh, okay. So the shunts are for computer hacking. Complex passwords are a security risk, difficult to remember and often written nearby. Security recommends using a simple, easy to recall code like 1234 or your supervisor's name. My name is Kane Van Acker. I'm a Spacer's Choice ethiologist specializing in the fauna of Terra 2. Currently, I am studying the hunting behavior of feral canids. I managed to find a nice hiding spot beside a rather large pack of canids. This is the largest pack of feral canids I've ever seen in the Vale. In a sufficiently large pack, canids will hunt just about anything. This pack could probably take down a small group of primals given the chance. Smaller packs tend to give a wide berth to the primals roaming this region. Sprats and perorays, however, are fair game for even a lone canid. They may or may not have encountered primals, but this pack of canids make quick work of a marauder camp they found. I'm afraid I may have to move on before I can study this pack closely. I'll have to leave my things for one of my assistants to pick up later. Oh, I just got a Harder They Fall achievement.
Everyone all right?
Check what that achievement is for. Trophy. Kill a mega creature. Huh. This must be the marauder camp he was talking about. So close to the next level. I just want to hit the level. Or if I can, how did she get in there? Leveled up. Apparently, if you use a plasma weapon, they turn into dust. Yeesh. Alright, let's spend this. Some more handgun points. Long gun just got critical bonus. Let's put 3 points into defense. And 2 points into tech. Oops. Oh. Apply. Yes. And we get to pick a perk. Alright, I think we're gonna go with base armor rating. Unlocked perfect blocks. Anytime your block, just as an enemy melee attack arrives, it staggers the enemy. Neat. That was different. Apparently they have a kill cam. From the planet to your living room. Hey Todd, yeah, I got me a cat. He is now happily sleeping in my lap. All right.
The control room should be ahead somewhere and a touch to the right. I hope we're doing the right thing.
I hope we're not going to get incinerated by fucking robots. Well, last of them for now. I'm sure there'll be more. Plant doesn't look like it's in the greatest of shapes. Use terminal. Let's see. Plant status. This access report brought to you by Spacer's Choice. Geothermal plant operating at 22% efficiency. Power is currently being distributed to cannery and laboratory. Warning, structural damage detected. Please notify your designated supervisor. Alright, well, let's redirect the power. Safety failures detected. High likelihood of moderate to severe structural damage. Redirecting power is an irreversible procedure. Error. Power redirection function has failed. Manual override required. Please activate all 3 electrical track switches. Of course. Never that easy. Chris, like, where are we? Directing it to? I don't know.
That'll be easy enough.
Well, yeah, easy, except for the hostile robots that are everywhere. Ooh, what's in here? Personnel files. Chester Higgins again, that hull head, found him fiddling around with one of the mechanicals, so I had to write him up for tampering with company property. Just in case I'm reading this a couple days from now and feeling bad for what I've done, just let me remind myself that I've warned him before. He's always been a little crooked in the skull. He was working on some logic module. I confiscated it. Should be in my lockaway room for the foreseeable future. Oh, there's that logic module that I need. Doesn't sit right with me. Company's been replacing our guards with automechanicals. At this rate, I'm going to end up chief of security with no staff. Just a small army of mechanicals knocking about, guns pointing every which way. Company tells us they're safe, programmed to treat us humans like their own. People are liable to break down, but an automechanical never will. I don't know, it doesn't sit right with me. But the company's never been wrong before, I suppose. Machines break down all the time. Worst has happened. Mechanical's gone crazy. Locked myself down here. Just trying to gather my courage. Gonna make a mad dash for the control room. Might be able to shut things down. Will delete this entry if I ever return. Apparently she never did. Greetings, Security Chief S. Tanaka. I'm sure I'm saying that wrong. This is an automated message initiated by Spacer's Choice Worker Safety Contingency Protocols. A security lockdown has been initiated. This is not a test. Your behavior during this lockdown will be reviewed during your quarterly audit. Anxiety is a common side effect of life-threatening situations endangered by security lockdowns. Fight back against anxiety with an ice-cold bottle of Zero-G brew. Whatever. Warning, the facility is in a state of lockdown. Authorized passcode required. Fortunately, I have a password. So that is probably where I need to go to get the logic mod. Phew, that was worth picking. Yeah, more of these damn machineries.
Incoming! Can't get past the armor. What's the last of them?
Now there's more. Scared the hell out of me. You always got to check behind and under things, because that's where all the goodies are. Yeah, apparently the machines went crazy and killed everybody. You know, as machines are wont to do. Okay. Oh, it's Jeremy.
Self-diagnostics complete. Navigation systems operational. Combat systems operational.
Does that mean you're gonna attack me?
Best choice. It's the Spacer's choice.
Yeah, this is odd. Why aren't you attacking me?
Actions towards Spacer's choice mechanics are contrary to logical directive. Conclusion: all hostile automechanicals must be defective in compliance with Spacer's choice policy. All defective automechanicals must be permanently dismantled. Please allow me to assist.
He thinks we're a mechanic. Let me get this straight. You want to help me destroy other mechanicals?
Mechanicide protocols loaded.
Mechanicide. Sure. You have fun. Borrowed a copy of the Young Spacer's Guide. Think it's volume 3. Need something to read down in the pit. So yeah, definitely volume 3 is around here somewhere. Access repair log. Repair bay, mechanics log. Corporate just sent a team of technicians to conduct a complete refit of all our mechanicals. Every Sentry and drone. It's not my place to say so, but doesn't this run contrary to the Spacer's Choice mission of being as cheap as possible? Just in case I'm audited, I would like to formally express how grateful I am to be a part of the Spacer's Choice family. Spacer's Choice is the leading brand in affordable sundry across Halcyon. It's not the best choice, it's Spacer's Choice. Just finished the routine maintenance on our mechanical sentries. I found some strange modifications to their logic modules. I haven't had time to run a diagnostic, so I don't know what's been modified. All I know is that these modifications were introduced in our recent refit. The company went through the task of refitting every single mechanical in the plant not long ago, guessing this was the work of those visiting technicians. I filed a report, but my supervisor told me not to worry about it. Said the company knew what it was doing. Ordered me to forget about any alleged modifications to the logic modules. Decided to do a bit of sleuthing by my own self. Got my hands on a logic module. Time to do a little experimentation. That's what got you in trouble. Did I loot that already? I did. Okay. Alright, so I was right. Volume 3 is around here somewhere. We'll see if we can find it. But in the meantime, let's go push this and see what happens. Boink.
Just 2 more. What'll happen to Miss McDevitt's folk if we send power to the Vale?
I don't know. I don't know. Odds are good it won't be anything pleasant, though. Busted all to hell vending machine. What? There's a guy alive in here. Hey, Jeremy. What's up?
Mind the steam. You're liable to get scalded.
Oops.
It's too strong. Hit it with something else. We did it.
Firearm safety is important.
Engineering, shut off steam. Yes, we will do that. That will make it a lot easier to move around. Steam doesn't seem to bother the mechanicals. Hey, workbench. Anything under here? No. Okay. Looks like Jeremy's found somebody to play with.
Where to go? If we send the power to Miss McDevitt, what happens to the veil?
Don't take. I mean, I'm sorry you guys all died, but... the stuff you got's not doing you any good. Look out. Oh, that's nice. Your companions don't actually block your movement. Oh, that drives me crazy. I actually got stuck. Had to reload the area playing Borderlands 3 because I went into a room to check if there was loot in there, and Maya decided to stand in the doorway and wouldn't move. I couldn't get out.
Celeste, I'm not sure what the right is. Alls I know is the decision's final.
Yeah. Where does this go? I don't know, actually. A terminal in here. That one's actually locked. I think that's the first locked terminal that I've actually come across. Optional Chester's passcode. Keycard. Not for this terminal, is it? No.
not real.
Okay, who is this Higgins guy that's saying that's here? Maybe down here.
You're not real. You're not real. You're not real.
Oh, there he is.
You're not real.
Go talk to this guy. Put my gun away so I don't scare the poor guy.
You're not real. You're not real. Get away from me, Phantom. Shoot. Scram.
I'm real. Calm down, not trying to hurt you.
Talk? The Phantom's never talked before. I knew I shouldn't have eaten that sprat raw. See, Higgins? This is why you must always boil your sprats before ingesting.
Yeah, you're not imagining me.
Of course. Do excuse me. I experience brief flashes of mania during which I am visited by the phantoms of my imagination. Chester D. Higgins. The D stands for definitely not insane. I use it as a reminder.
Yeah, what is it that you do here?
Higgins has been many things over the years. Sprat Wrangler, Saltuna Critic, Aetherwave Personality, Chairman of the Board, Galactic Defender, Sisty Pig Tycoon. I've come a long way for someone who started off as a simple engineer right here in this plant.
He's an engineer.
I
Okay.
specialized in automechanicals, drones, sentries, repaired them, maintained, upgraded, did it all from my old workroom just over in the next section.
If you worked on the mechanicals, you must know a way to stop them.
I don't want to fall into any trouble with the mechanicals. If they wise up to our plans, they will come for us. With prodding irons.
Could deal with mechanicals. I made it this far, didn't I?
You know, you remind me of myself back when I was an intergalactic adventurer. I discovered a flaw. Their hostility levels were hardwired to maximum. There's no changing that, but you could rewrite their targeting protocol so they attack each other instead.
Huh. Mechanicals follow the behavior of their logic module. Someone tampered with it.
Yes, that's exactly it. I see you're also versed in the noble art of mechanical engineering. There's a behavior control terminal in the other room. It should have options to change how the mechanicals act, including whom they shoot at. Oh, that reminds me. You'll need my passcode to access the behavior control terminal. Here, let me just write it down for you.
Aha. Yeah, any idea where I can find a logic module?
Funny thing, I was working on a logic module just before the mayhem started. Security chief found me and confiscated the logic module.
Yeah, so if we hadn't found the answer in the... That is the one that I need. If we hadn't found the answer in the terminal, then he would tell us. Alright, now we gotta go all the way back up. Oops, wrong way. This one? Yes. Modify behavior. Behavior mode, guard mode. Guard mode targets intruders. Can we change the mode? Error. Automechanicals in this facility have been mandated to remain in guard mode. Any attempt to alter the setting is punishable by company law. Your infraction has been noticed in your permanent record. Well, he's crazy anyway. What a new target. Mandated to target intruders. Any attempt to alter the settings punishable by company law. Can we redefine intruders? Aha. All persons or entities not identified as property of Spacer's Choice. Let's define the intruders as Spacer's Choice Automechanicals. Definition successfully updated. Alright. Oh, you're done? Alright. That's the problem with cats, is that they start to, like, ooze. Okay. Yeah, they kind of start to ooze after a little bit, and that's makes it a little bit tricky to have them in your lap, because they want to start oozing off of you. I betcha this. Yes. Corrupted logic module. Okay. Now we can go this way. Let's see what's up here. A locked door.
Once we do this, there's no going back.
Got that right.
Excuse me, ma'am. Look, I know you want your power regulator and all, but I just gotta ask you. Do you understand what you're about to do?
Yeah, but let's hear your opinion.
Cut off Edgewater's power. I think it would be cruel. I'm sorry. That just sort of came out all at once. Edgewater's hurting. We've been losing workers year after year, and corporate hardly ever sends replacements. There's barely enough Saltuna to fill our bellies anymore. But the town's got some good people in it. Decent, hard-working folk just living their lives the only way they know how. They don't deserve to be punished.
While I agree with you in principle, the fact is that the company is exploiting these people like just the hell of them. It's just absolutely everything they can. Something drastic is probably the only way that's going to get it to that to change, in the sense unionizing isn't exactly something that can happen.
Miss McDevitt's built something beautiful. Somehow she's talked the ground into giving life again. It's plain to see she's made the Vale a better place. Fed the hungry, tended the sick. Gave a home to those that had none. But Miss McDevitt delights in Edgewater's suffering. She wants to hurt the town. Do you really want to be party to that kind of hatred?
Yeah, and Reed tells me Edgewater's gonna die without workers in power.
That sure sounds like Mr. Thompson. If he was standing here, I imagine he'd remind us of how we're all one big, happy Spacer's Choice family. In Mr.
Yeah,
Thompson's
any
eyes,
company-
those deserters are still part of the Spacer's Choice family. The family must work together in order to survive. I hate to say it, but I think Mr. Thompson's got a point. Unless those deserters come back, Edgewater's as good as dead. Cutting off their power might be the only way.
Any company that uses that "we're a family" line is not a company that you should give your loyalty to. And they might have started off meaning it in a positive sense, but just over the years, it's just become a line that they throw at employees to guilt the employees into doing what's best for the company, not what's best for the employee.
Sorry, I didn't mean to babble on like that. I felt like I had to say something.
Yeah, I'm glad you did.
Really? I mean, wow. Thanks. No one's ever told me those words in that order.
Well, here we go. Redirect power. Warning, safety failures detected. Redirecting is an irreversible procedure. Are you sure you want to continue? Yes. Power is currently being distributed to Edgewater Botanical Library. Redirecting power is an irreversible procedure. Edgewater Power Regulator is now safe to remove. Botanical Laboratory Power Regulator is now operating at optimal capacity. Blatant disregard for Spacer's Choice property has been logged. Please report yourself to your designated supervisor for an immediate reprimand. Deserter's reputation increased. Deserters are now revering. Spacer's Choice reputation decreased. Tactical shotgun. Yeah, I don't think that. Still can't get through that door. Oh, I was gonna look at best employee ever. Big long loading screens, gotta love them. All right. So. I'm a little curious if there's anything else around here that I can get into. So let's look around. Apparently I found a vending machine. There it is. Scientists. Corporate Commander. Hey, Mr. Kitty, what's up? Are you gonna climb on my lap again? Oh, there's another way to get in here. I know, cats. I don't understand them. They really don't. Alright, well. Any other loot to be had? Doesn't look like it. Alright. So I think we will discover the results of this choice next time. By which I mean probably tomorrow. Not exactly sure what time. More than likely in the afternoon. Maybe on towards evening, but we'll see what happens. The best way to find out, of course, is to follow me here on Twitch. Follow me on Twitter. Either one of those two will let you know when I go live. But other than that, yeah. So thank you to everybody who stopped by, hang out. Appreciate it. And I will see you next time. Bye-bye.